sir. Hello.
For n is equal to 5, the polygon is a pentagon. Sum of interior angles of a pentagon. In the formula, you put n is equal to 5. So 2 into 2n minus 4 into 90. So 2 into n is 5 minus 4 into 90, which is equal to 10 minus 4 into 90, which is equal to 6 into 90, which is equal to 540 degree. This is the sum of interior angles of a pentagon. For triangles and quadrilaterals, please remember sum of interior angle is 360 degree. Pentagon, you don't need to remember. It is 540 degree. Okay, you can always put n is equal to 5 and get the sum of interior angles of a pentagon. Similarly, you can get the sum of interior angles of a hexagon, a heptagon, octagon, nonagon, and decagon also. Okay, so let's do a problem from in the application of this formula. Problem. The question is, find the measure of each interior angle of a hexagon, of a regular hexagon, let's say.
Sir, hexagon and regular hexagon are different things.
Say loudly.
So hexagon and regular hexagon are different things.
Of course, because a hexagon can have all sides unequal, but regular hexagon will always have all sides equal. So when I say regular, it means all sides and all angles are equal. Okay, so let us see what a hexagon looks like to start with. A hexagon will look something like this, a regular hexagon in which all the sides are equal. And now let us label these vertices. Okay. Now the question is, what are the interior angles? These are the interior angles. All these angles you see, these are all the interior angles of the hexagon. Okay. I want to find the measure of each interior angle. Okay. Because all of them are equal, each will have the same measure, right? Now, before proceeding with this problem, let me just tell you the meaning of exterior angle also. If I produce this side, then this angle that I'm going to get here, this is called exterior angle. Okay, this is interior angle. Similarly, if I produce this side, this becomes an exterior angle. And this is an interior angle. If I produce this side, I'm going to get this as exterior angle. Similarly, you can have, since a pentagon has 6 sides, you will have 6 interior angles and 6 exterior angles, right? So once we know the definition of interior and exterior angle, now we'll proceed to find out the measure of each interior angle. Okay, so now a hexagon has how many sides? 6 sides.
Sir, 5 sides.
6 sides.
6 sides.
Therefore, n is equal to 6 here, right? So what is the sum of interior angles of the hexagon? 2n minus 4 into 90. Write the formula first. Then put the value here. 2 into 6 minus 4 into 90, which is 12 minus 4 into 90, which is equal to 8 into
Sir, I
90,
cannot see anything.
which is equal to 720 degree. Yes, what happened?
Sir, nothing is visible.
Then you join again if nothing is visible. Okay, sum of interior angles of this is 720 degree. Sum of interior angles of the hexagon. So if the sum of all these interior angles, this angle plus this angle plus this angle, all these interior angles, the sum is 720 degree. And all of these angles are equal. So what is the measure of one interior angle? How many angles are there?
Sir,
There are six interior angles, right? 720 divided by
yes, sir,
6.
6. Sir, 120 degree.
Hence, measure of each interior angle is equal to 720 degree divided by number of sides 6, which is equal to 120 degree. That's it. That was the question. Find the sum of all the interior angle. Find each interior angle. So each interior angle you see of a hexagon will have 120 degree. Regular hexagon. All these angles will be 120. Okay. So that is what. Now we come to the next definition. Having discussed formula number 1, which is sum of interior angles, we now come to a small definition. Now, if you remember, I told you a definition of adjacent sides. We now come to the definition of adjacent vertices. Okay, what are adjacent vertices? The vertices containing a side of a polygon are called adjacent vertices. Let us start with a very simple polygon, say a triangle. ABC. Now, if you see the side AB here, what are the vertices? A and B. These two are the vertices, right? A and B. A and B are called adjacent vertices because they contain this side AB. A and B are adjacent vertices.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, similarly, A and C can also be an adjacent
Yes,
side.
I'm coming to that. So
But
because if you see the side AC contains which two vertices? A and C. So A and C are also adjacent. Okay. If you see BC, B and C, the side BC contains the vertices B and C. So B and C are also called adjacent vertices. This was a very simple example of a triangle. Let's consider a rectangle. What are the adjacent vertices? Consider the side AB. You see the side AB contains A and B. So A and B are called adjacent vertices. Look at AD. It contains the vertex A and vertex D. So A and D are also adjacent. Right? Look at the side DC. They contain D and C. So D and C are also adjacent vertices. Okay. Look at the side BC. They contain the vertex B and C. So B and C are also adjacent vertices. Okay. The singular word is vertex. So if I'm talking about one, only A if I'm talking about, then I say vertex. If I'm talking about more than one, then I say vertices. Let us say,
Sir,
yes,
sir, sir, instead of B and C, we can write C and B.
yes, same thing. Let us consider a pentagon.
sir,
Tell me.
Sir, each shape that contains 5 vertices are pentagon.
Sides. We're talking about sides. 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So this is a pentagon. This contains 4 sides. So this is a rectangle or a quadrilateral. This is a quadrilateral. Okay. Okay. Even parallelogram is a quadrilateral. Let us consider this pentagon here. If you see the AB, the side AB, it contains A and B. So A and B are adjacent vertices. Similarly, you can say A and E are adjacent vertices. Okay. E and D are adjacent, right? Understood. And you can continue. Fine. So I hope adjacent vertices are okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Next, we'll
sir.
define what is called as the diagonals of a polygon. Okay. Now, what do you mean by diagonal? The line segment obtained by joining the non-adjacent vertices. Non-adjacent, not the adjacent ones. The non-adjacent vertices of a polygon are each called each of them is called a diagonal of the polygon. Okay. So in triangle, there are no diagonals. Okay. Because see, all of them are adjacent. No vertices is non-adjacent. See, in a triangle, A and B are adjacent, B and C are adjacent, A and C are adjacent. So there are no diagonals in a triangle. But in case of a quadrilateral, this time let us consider a parallelogram. Okay, now which two vertices are adjacent? This and this are adjacent, right? Which two are not adjacent? This and this are not
B
adjacent.
and C.
Therefore, what you
And the
do
C
is
and D.
you join A and C. This line is called a diagonal of the polygon. Similarly, B and D are not adjacent. Therefore, you join this, you will get another diagonal. Okay, so how many diagonals in this polygon?
Two.
AC and BD are called diagonals. Okay, so only two diagonals. Let us consider a pentagon. Let's consider a hexagon for that matter. Let's see how many diagonals the hexagon has. Pentagon you can try on your own. Okay. So what are the non-adjacent vertices? First of all, B and D are non-adjacent. You join them. This is one diagonal, right? Next, which is the next non-adjacent? B and D are non-adjacent. You can join this. You'll get another diagonal. B and F are also non-adjacent. So you can join this. Another diagonal you'll get, right? Now, C and C is adjacent to B and D. What are the non-adjacent ones? C and D are non-adjacent. You join them, you get non-diagonal. C and F are non-adjacent. You join them, you get another diagonal. C and A are non-adjacent. You join them, you get another diagonal, right? Any other diagonal that you get? D and F if you join,
Yes, sir.
this is one, right? D and A, you'll get another diagonal.
Sir, A and E.
A and E, yes, A and E, you'll get another one. Okay, so these are the number of diagonals. How many diagonals? We don't know, we can count. But there is a formula for counting the number of diagonals. First, let us write down AD, AC, AE, BE, BF, BD, and so on are the diagonals.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, if you see properly, we are getting two triangles inside the hexagon.
Yes.
And
In
also,
fact, a hexagon consists of 6 equilateral triangles. Understood? Not only 3, there will be 6 if you see properly. A hexagon consists of
yeah, sir,
6.
yeah, sir.
We'll see that later,
Yeah,
not
sir.
now. We'll see that later, not now. But just understand for the time being, the hexagon contains 6 equilateral triangles. Okay. We'll see that later. Don't worry about all that. Okay, so all these are diagonals. Now, if you see the formula number 2, the number of diagonals of a polygon. The number of diagonals
Sir, for geometry, we will make another copy or we will continue with our math
algebra copy,
copy.
you can continue in your algebra copy. I told you to divide your algebra copy into 2. You can continue in your single line copy. The number of diagonals of an n-sided polygon is equal to, here the number of diagonals is n into n minus 3 divided by 2. This is the formula for number of diagonals. Now see, I've got some diagonals here, right? I did not count. So now let's see with the help of this formula how many diagonals are there. So let's do it as a problem. Find the number of diagonals of a hexagon. Regular or irregular, doesn't matter. Of a hexagon. So your answer is number of diagonals for a hexagon. Let's write what is the value of n. How many sides does a hexagon have?
6.
A hexagon has 6 sides. Therefore, n is equal to 6. Therefore, number of diagonals of a hexagon
So 9 only now.
is equal to n into n minus 3 divided by 2. Put the value of n. What is the value of n? 6. So 6 into 6 minus 3 divided by 2, which is equal to 6 into 3 divided by 2. Cancel this. You will get 9. Right? So if you count here, the number of diagonals will be 9. You can draw this, or you can, without even drawing, you will know that the number of diagonals here is 9 by just putting it in this formula. Is that clear?
Yes.
Similarly, you can find the number of diagonals of a pentagon also. You can find the number of diagonals of a heptagon also, octagon, and so on, just by putting n is equal to whatever number of sides are there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this finishes the second formula. Okay, we now come to the third formula. If you remember, I told you the definition of exterior angle. Remember exterior angle? If you see here, I have drawn exterior angle, right? This was the exterior angle, and this was the interior angle. So what do you see? Interior and exterior angle are on the same straight line, isn't it? Do you see this? Interior and exterior angle on the same straight line, right? Do you see this?
Yes, sir.
What is the sum of angles on the same straight line? You must have done this.
Sir, 180.
180
Sir,
degrees.
180.
So therefore we can say interior angle, each interior angle plus each exterior angle must be equal to 180 degrees, right? Because they are angles on the same straight line. So this becomes our formula number 3. Let's write it. Formula 3. Each exterior angle, or let's say each interior angle Let's write it as a statement. The sum of each interior angle and an exterior angle is equal to 180 degree. Fine. So in case of, let us say in case of parallelogram, let's say in case of, let's take a regular polygon. Let's say in case of a square. Square is a regular polygon, all sides are equal. Each interior angle is 90 degree. You know this already. Or you can find this out with the help of the formula also. So what is the measure of each exterior angle? This is one exterior angle, another exterior angle, another exterior angle, another exterior angle. All these are exterior angles, right? So this exterior angle is also 90. This is also 90. This is also 90. This is also, sorry, not this. This is also 90, right? So what do you see? You have 4 interior angles and you have 4 exterior angles, right? So number of interior angles must be equal to number of exterior angles, and sum of each interior angle plus sum of each exterior angle must be equal to 180 degree. Fine. This is third formula. Fourth formula, and the last one also from polygons. Then we can move on to problems after this, is that each exterior angle of a polygon is equal to 360 degree divided by n, where n is the number of sides. Okay. Remember these 4 formulas. From these 4 formulas, you can work out all the problems from polygons. Okay, each exterior angle of a polygon. Or what you can also remember is, if you don't remember this formula, what you can also remember is sum of all the exterior angles of a polygon must be equal to 360 degree. Okay, it is better you remember both this formula as well as this formula, although both come from each other. Okay, you assuming this, you can prove this, or assuming this, you can prove this also. It is better you remember both. Okay, so and for sums, mostly we'll be using this. Okay, so let us do one sum based on these 2 formulas, formula number 3 and formula number 4. Okay, look at this one. How many sides does a regular polygon have if each interior angle is 360 degree, sorry, 120 degree. If each exterior angle is 120 degree. I don't know the number of sides of the polygon. I don't know whether it is a triangle, whether it is a quadrilateral, whether it is a pentagon, hexagon. I don't know because I don't know the number of sides. But what I do know is that each interior angle is equal to 120 degrees. So let's write it down. Each interior angle is equal to 120 degree. Now from formula number 3, what do we know? We know that the sum of interior and exterior angle is equal to 180 degree. So from the formula we know each interior angle plus each exterior angle is equal to 180 degree. And what is given here? Each interior angle is given to be 120. So you put 120 plus each exterior angle is equal to 180. That means how much? What is the measure of each exterior angle? Each exterior angle must be equal to 180 minus 120, which is equal to 60. Therefore, each interior angle is 60 degree. Now we want to, once we know the measure of each exterior angle, look at this formula, formula number 4. If we know the measure of each exterior angle, can we find out n? Yes, we can. So use formula number 4. From formula 4, we have each exterior angle is equal to 360 degree divided by n, where n is the number of sides. How much is each exterior angle? 60. So 60 is equal to 360 degree divided by n, right?
Sir,
Yes. Tell me.
sir, you told that each, sir, n denotes that the number of sides of a shape.
Polygon.
Yes, of polygon. Then,
hmm.
sir, we are finding a regular polygon. So, how
Hmm.
many sides it will have? How did you get the 60?
Regular polygon will have n sides. Which
Sorry, sir?
regular polygon you're talking about? You're talking about pentagon, hexagon. Which one are you talking about?
Sir, the problem you have, which you have explained us from that I'm asking.
What is your question? I could not get you. Could you repeat your question?
Sir, can you please explain me this question, which is solved just
Of
now?
a regular polygon, I don't know what polygon I am talking about. So how many types of polygon are there? See, how many types of polygon are there? So many types, right? You can have as many. You
Yes,
can
sir.
have polygon with sides 11 also. So I don't know the value of n. I don't know the value of n in the problem. I want to know which polygon it is. Understood? Only the interior angle is given as 120 degrees. So I don't know which one. That is what I'm trying to find out, which polygon it is. And how will I know which polygon it is? If I know the number of sides of the polygon, then I will know which polygon it is, right? Now you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So regular polygon, that is why the word regular polygon. They have not told you regular hexagon. They have not told you regular heptagon. Nothing they have told you. They have only given you each interior angle is 120 degree. Now I want to find out the number of sides and then I will give a label to that polygon. What is the name of that polygon?
And sir,
Hmm.
sir, how did you get the each interior angle plus each exterior angle is equals to 180 degree?
Formula number 3. Sum of each interior and an exterior angle is equal to 180 degree. Formula number 3.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now this is
Okay.
from formula number 4. We get this, right? From formula number 4.
Yes.
So therefore, now you cross multiply, you get 60n is equal to 360. That means n you get 360 divided by 60.
Sir, can you explain me once formula number 2?
Formula number 2.
Yes, sir.
Number of diagonals.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm coming to that. Let me finish this. So this is how many sides does the polygon have? N is equal to 6. So the polygon, the regular polygon has 6 sides. And what is it called? Hexagon. Regular polygon is hexagon. Clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
formula number 2, diagonals. Which part you want me to explain from diagonals? Yes, this one. Yes, which part you want me to explain? Yes, who was asking?
Sir, that you have written number of diagonals of a hexagon is equals to.
Is equal to 9. Right?
Sir, the
Then,
solution which you have done.
yes, for how many diagonals does an n-sided polygon have? N into n minus 3 by 2. So if I want to find out the number of diagonals of a, let's say, let me do it here. Quadrilateral. How many diagonals does a quadrilateral have? How many sides does a quadrilateral have? 4
Sir,
sides.
2.
4 sides.
Sir, 4 sides.
So put n is equal to 4 here. 4 into 4 minus 3 divided by 2, which you will get as 4 into 1 divided by 2, which is equal to 2. Which is obvious. A quadrilateral, suppose a square. How many diagonals does it have? Even a rectangle has 2 diagonals, right? Isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So if number of diagonals of a quadrilateral you can get from this formula as 2. Suppose for a pentagon, let me do it here. Number of diagonals of a pentagon. Is equal to n into n minus 3 divided by 2. This was the formula, right? How many sides does a pentagon have?
Sir, 5.
5. So put n is equal to 5. So a pentagon will have 5 diagonals. You can check also by drawing. Let's draw and check if it has 5 diagonals. This is a pentagon, right? Join the non-adjacent vertices. This is one diagonal, another diagonal, another diagonal, and you can have this way also. Okay, and you can have this also. See, are you getting 5 diagonals?
Yes, sir.
That is
Yes,
how.
sir.
See, 5 diagonals I've got here from the formula. And when I draw the figure also, I'm getting 5 diagonals. Clear with this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so I'll stop here.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.